Don't bring it up. Don't make us.
What?
Next question. Over me.
What?
He picked someone over me. I'm never gonna be.
Beautiful. You're beautiful.
I'm never gonna be good enough, and I'd rather God take me today than any other day.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass bitch.
Anyway, after much deliberation and hesitation, I finally decided to stop acting like a high school girl, pick out my prom shoes, and go full mgtow. I'm an 18-year-old college student who has had enough of dating bears and wasteland. When I was a kid, girls would always attack me without warning. After not only these constant put-downs from girls, but also constant rejections, I've heard that apparently I look awful or that I'm not that good-looking, as well as other insults from girls going back to middle school. After that, I decided that it wasn't worth my time to try to find a good woman. Due to my terrible relationship history with women, I have informed female friends that I do not intend to get married or have children. As is typical, I receive the usual response: "You haven't found the right woman yet," or "Not all women are like that." One woman even got mad at me because I didn't want a relationship. I'm not like any of them. After I explained why, she screams and repeats over and over, "You won't harm me." Now that time has passed. I have no desire whatsoever to date women. In college, the best 4 years of my life, I see my male friends in relationships and living with their girlfriends, and I've completely focused on myself. I also wrestle, kickbox, and play football. And because I'm an athlete on the rise, and because of my history with women, I know that one dishonest woman who is upset that I don't want to get married can falsely accuse me and end my career before it even begins. Could you make a video for female athletes who are attempting to end their careers and fellow athletes like me? I appreciate it. I am grateful for your donation and request for a topic. A little while later, I will talk about women chasing athletic men and attempting to ruin their careers. But first, I'd like to talk about rejection in general. When men say no, it's a word that women expect men to respect. However, when a man says no to a woman, she often comes back to you and won't take no for an answer. A terrible double standard exists. Inquire about male athletes. Consider the feathers of a peacock. A woman can't resist a mating display ritual when she sees and performs on the sports field with a man's muscles that look like peacock feathers. You now know that it doesn't make sense. Finding a valuable woman. It is much simpler if they approach you. But the problem is that I've only ever encountered women with issues. The secret is that you don't look for them. Rather, they look for you. You told the woman who was interested in you and your friend that you weren't interested either, probably because you weren't attracted to her. You found out that from the woman who was interested in you and your friend. However, that was probably too much for her fragile little ego to handle. As a result, she began to shame and inadvertently claim that she is different from all the other women, or that she is afraid of being hurt. Ironically, focusing on yourself will only make more women notice you. The fact that they are women who are so enraged as to ruin your athletics career because you won't date them is embarrassing, and it all revolves around false allegations. If a girl told you she wasn't interested in you, but you were interested in her, then you make the threat that if she doesn't stop sleeping with you, she will call the police and they will take you away with irons if she does. However, when a woman tells a man, "If you don't sleep with me, I'm gonna file a false allegation," the man will be hauled away by the police and humiliated in front of everyone. That is perfectly acceptable for her to do. Talk about the ultimate double standard once more. At the age of 18, you are intelligent enough to follow your path, but I am concerned about your drive, which is going to frustrate you greatly. You need to realize that you will occasionally experience frustration. If you allow that frustration to accumulate to an excessive degree, it will eventually lead you to do something completely irrational. In my first year of college, I turned down a few women because I was more interested in using my skills in film, photography, and video, as well as television jobs. Women will never be able to comprehend when a man wants to concentrate on himself. That will make you a significant obstacle for them, not for a woman. My 4 years of college were the worst of my life. After college, I had to decide what I wanted to do with my life, and the free ride was pretty much over. I had to deal with female movement professors and be inclusive, allowing female students to profit from their male counterparts' hard work. This is how I see things. Your 30s will probably be the best time of your life if you do things right. When I was in my 20s, 3 men told me that, and they were correct because I discovered that a man reaches his physical and mental peak midway through that decade of his life. Additionally, people take him more seriously in his 30s. Most women who are interested in athletes don't want to ruin their careers. They just see a young man who puts in a lot of effort and has many opportunities to advance in life. They fantasize about him becoming a big athlete with a lot of money because they see his drive, ambition, and success on the field. When they see a man like that, they want to follow in his footsteps and achieve success. When they are turned down, they will become enraged and occasionally desire to take it out on the man who does not want them. Keep in mind that the majority of college-aged women have very low odds of being rejected by any man before that. If they are rejected when they are 18 or 19, it will have a significant negative impact on their self-esteem and make them irritable. And because it shows, I believe that's a positive thing, that no one has previously put them in their place. Now, I'd like to go over your reasons for going your way in the first half of your statements in greater detail. It sounds like many women rejected you in the past because it made you look bad. Maybe the trench coat you were wearing got rid of women and their attraction. Perhaps it was nothing more than a rumor. Whatever it is, it's less obvious. A man approaches his life when he is rejected by the first 10 to 20 women. I believe that what you pointed out is the most interesting thing. How far will women go to avoid dealing with the agony of rejection? If you turn down a woman who has never been turned down before, you will remain in her dreams until the day she passes away. She will always remember you as the one who escaped and was too good for her. In high school, I turned down women, and for many years, they followed me around and spied on me. A woman experiences that. They are baffled, frustrated, and driven to extreme rage by the man who escaped, an unforgettable, almost spiritual experience. How dare you turn me down? How dare you tell me I'm worthless when I'm just throwing myself at you? They will say anything to pressure you into a relationship and back you into a corner when I'm special and you're just a disposable male. But by rejecting them, you're putting their egos in jeopardy and taking the initiative. Additionally, no man was present to hear her scream of horror. You have not lived if you have never rejected a woman who was interested in you. That's when you realize how they are. Anyway, that sums up my thoughts for the day.